Hey America! Breaking news that could mean thousands of dollars in your bank account starting this week. That's right, a double stimulus payment of $2,000 is rolling out across 41 states, with deposits already hitting accounts in the first wave. Is your state on the list? And more importantly, do you qualify for this massive financial boost that millions of Americans desperately need right now? I'll reveal everything you need to know in the next few minutes. Before we dive in, if you want to stay updated on stimulus news, government benefits, and ways to get extra cash in your pocket, hit that subscribe button and notification bell. I post new updates the moment they're announced, often days before mainstream media coverage, so you never miss out on money that's rightfully yours. Let me be straight with you, this new double stimulus program is unprecedented. After months of congressional deadlock and economic uncertainty, a surprise bipartisan agreement has finally delivered what Americans have been begging for: direct financial relief. The $2,000 double payment structure means eligible recipients will receive two separate deposits of $1,000 each, the first coming in late April and the second following in May. For a household of four, that could mean up to $8,000 in total stimulus funds hitting your account. Why is this happening now? The economic recovery we've been hearing about hasn't reached everyone equally. While Wall Street celebrates record profits, Main Street continues to struggle with inflation, housing costs, and stagnant wages. This targeted stimulus aims to bridge that gap, focusing particularly on middle and lower income Americans who've been hit hardest by recent economic turbulence. So, which 41 states have approved the distribution, and why aren't all 50 participating? The program required state-level implementation agreements, and 9 states, including Wyoming, Idaho, South Dakota, Nebraska, Missouri, Tennessee, Florida, South Carolina, and Montana opted out, citing concerns about federal spending. If you live in one of these states, don't close this video yet. I'll share some alternative relief options for you in just a moment. Now for the question on everyone's mind: how do you qualify? The eligibility requirements focus on 3 key factors. First, income thresholds. Individuals earning under $75,000 annually or couples filing jointly earning under $150,000 will receive the full amount. The payment decreases gradually for higher incomes, phasing out completely at $95,000 for individuals and $190,000 for joint filers. Second, you must have filed a tax return for either 2023 or 2024. And third, you must be a legal resident of one of the participating 41 states. But here's something crucial many don't realize: the stimulus includes special provisions for vulnerable groups, senior citizens on fixed incomes, veterans, disabled Americans, and families with children under May 17 qualify for additional supplemental payments of up to $500 per person. These supplements will be combined with the second May payment, potentially increasing your total stimulus to $2,500 per eligible individual. What about payment methods? The Treasury Department has stated that direct deposits have already begun for those with banking information on file with the IRS. Paper checks will start mailing next week, followed by economic impact payment cards for those without banking information on file. But there's a faster option. The government has launched an updated Get My Payment portal where you can check your status and update your direct deposit information if necessary. Many viewers have been asking, do I need to apply for this stimulus? The short answer is no. If you've filed recent tax returns, the payment should come automatically. However, there's an important exception. If you normally don't file taxes because your income is below filing thresholds, you'll need to submit a simplified form through the IRS non-filers tool to receive your payment. Don't miss out on thousands because of a simple oversight. I've been tracking reports from early recipients, and here's what they're saying: payments are arriving faster than announced, with many seeing funds in their accounts within 48 hours of eligibility confirmation. If you're still waiting, don't panic. The Treasury is processing payments in batches based partly on how you received previous stimulus funds and your income level. Let's address a common concern: will this stimulus be taxed? Good news: like previous stimulus payments, these funds are structured as tax credits, meaning they won't count as taxable income on your federal tax return. However, a few states may have different rules for state taxation, so consult a tax professional if you're unsure about your state's position. What about those living in the 9 non-participating states? The federal government has authorized alternative relief programs specifically for residents of these states, including expanded unemployment benefits, enhanced SNAP assistance, and special housing assistance funds. I'll put a link in the description to help you navigate these alternative options if your state opted out of the direct payment program. some financial experts have raised concerns about potential scams targeting stimulus recipients. Remember, the government will never call, text, or email asking for personal or banking information related to your stimulus payment. Any website requesting payment or fees to process your stimulus is fraudulent. The only official site for checking or updating your information is the IRS Gov Get My Payment portal. Stay vigilant. Looking at the broader picture, what does this stimulus mean for our economy? Economists project that injecting billions directly into consumer spending will provide a significant boost to local economies, potentially creating jobs and accelerating recovery in sectors hit hardest by recent challenges. Some critics worry about inflationary impacts, but most analysts believe the targeted nature of this stimulus will minimize those concerns while maximizing benefits for struggling households. For those curious about the political background, this stimulus package emerged from an unusual coalition of progressive Democrats and moderate Republicans responding to constituent pressure. The framework prioritizes direct aid over institutional support, a shift from previous relief packages. While the program passed with surprising bipartisan support, debate continues about potential future rounds of assistance later this year. How should you use these funds? While everyone's situation is different, financial advisors recommend prioritizing past due essential bills, high-interest debt, emergency savings, and necessary expenses. For those in stable financial positions, consider supporting local businesses or setting aside funds for future necessities. Remember, this stimulus aims to both provide relief and stimulate economic activity. What's particularly striking about this stimulus is its rapid implementation. From congressional approval to bank deposits in just weeks, a testament to the urgent need for relief and improved distribution systems following lessons learned from previous stimulus rounds. The Treasury Department has established a dedicated customer service line for those experiencing issues with their payments, which I'll include in the description below. For parents wondering about dependent benefits, yes, children qualify for payments under this program, but unlike previous stimulus programs, payments for dependents will be sent to the qualifying adult recipient rather than as separate checks. This means a family of 4 with 2 adults and 2 children under 17 could receive up to $8,000 total across the April and May payment windows. If you're receiving other government benefits like Social Security, disability, or veterans benefits, your stimulus payment will not affect your eligibility or benefit amounts for these programs. The legislation specifically protects recipients from having these funds counted as income or resources for at least 12 months for federal benefit calculation purposes. As we wrap up, I want to emphasize the historic nature of this double stimulus. At $2,000 per eligible American, it represents one of the largest direct payment programs in modern history. Whether this signals a shift toward more direct financial support in future economic policies remains to be seen, but what's clear is that millions of Americans will find much-needed relief in their bank accounts in the coming days. If you found this information helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe to stay updated on all stimulus developments, including the possibility of additional payments later this year. Drop a comment letting me know if you've received your payment or have questions about the program. Remember, knowledge is power, especially when it comes to getting financial help during challenging times. I'll be back tomorrow with more updates as this historic stimulus continues rolling out across America. Stay informed, stay safe, and check those bank accounts.